This is episode 2 of the 2025 ChilliChump Garden Update series. Now this comes hot off the heels of episode 1, which was only about a week and a half ago. I've mostly started my super hots and hots, so the capsicum chinense varieties. We've got a few trays going. Let's take a quick look at them instead of just staring at my face. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is propagator number 1. Let's just get that water back into the propagator to keep things nice and moist. So over here we have trays 3 and trays 4. So we'll do tray number 4 first. We can see quite a few have come up. I've already marked them down, the ones here that I've seen. That's a new one, so we need to mark that. This is seed year, by the way. So that's germinated over there, and that one over there as well. So that's habanero red. And then there's one over there, which is 4 across. That's habanero orange. And this is basically what I come in here and do every single night. I come and check on my seeds and see how they're doing. We've got another one over there. That's not marked. So that is a fatali. 1, 2, 3, 3 across. Yep. Okay. So I think it's all done. So the ones that are in here that have risen up, germinated, we have the habanero orange, habanero red, habanero chocolate, CC habanero fire. That was actually the first one that came up, was that one over there, the CC habanero fire. They did really well. No, actually, sorry, it wasn't. It was the CC jigsaw brain that came up a little bit after. We've got another CC habanero fire there, habanada, fatali, goronong. And that was quite cool. My first 3 cotyledons this year, and that is, I believe, a blood ghost. It is indeed. Over here is my first warthog that has come up, and that came up, I think, in 7 days, so not too long. Now, some of these would have come up a bit sooner if we had better temperatures. Keeping a balance with the heat inside this germination shed versus the heat that I need my propagators to be at, that's not always simple. I don't want to heat this place up too much because that uses a lot of energy. I am using a diesel heater, which I'm using kerosene. With the way I'm doing it right now, I'm using about 1.5 liters to 2 liters a day, even with the cold temperatures we have. And that is the equivalent of about £1.50 to £2 a day. So that's a lot better than £5 a day, which is what I was paying when I was using just electricity. I'm keeping those temperatures at probably about 17, 18 degrees Celsius. And that means that my propagators, which are pretty beefy things, can get to the 28 degrees that I need. I have made a few modifications, and it's definitely made life a little bit nicer inside here, especially from the smell perspective. So there are 2 key changes I've made with this. Number 1 is I removed the fuel tank that was sitting here inside. That made it smell so much. I mean, kerosene does not smell great. Actually, diesel doesn't smell great either. So what I've done is I've plumbed it through the wall here, and we actually have the kerosene sitting outside in a tank, and that's made things much nicer. And I've also got more space here once I've tidied up a little bit. The other big change I made is with these batteries. Now, before I was using an AC to DC transformer. I went through probably 3 of them. Now, that's probably because they were cheap transformers, and you probably get some really nice ones out there. But yeah, I decided to switch over to battery. It needs about 10 amps when it's starting off. So 10 amps, 12 volts. I've got 2 batteries. I don't need 2 batteries. I mean, I could probably run this with just this one small battery, which I think is a 6 amp hour battery. That doesn't mean it puts out 6 amps. It means it has 6 amp hours worth of power. This one here is, I think, 20 amp hour. So it can last a bit longer. But I'm using that for something else, and I'm just running them like this just so that I can keep it charged up. Got this charger running here, which keeps everything all topped up. Now, the other reason I changed to batteries is in case the power goes out. I still have heat going on in here. These plants can do without light for a day, a few days even. That's not an issue. They might get a little bit leggy, but that's not going to be a problem. But if it happens to go below freezing inside here during the night, and electricity's out and none of the propagators are working, I'm going to have a problem. These seedlings are going to die, and there goes my season. So as soon as I see the curl come up, that means it has actually germinated. The seed has popped itself out of the seed shell itself. Okay, so that one is a new one. What's that? 4 across, 1 up. So that's Barbaros Antipodes, Antipodes. We have another little one that's popped up over there. That's a 7-pot brain strain. So I'll mark that as germinated as well. And I think we're good. No, we've got another one that's popped up over there. That's 3 across. That is a 7-pot orange. I'm growing quite a few 7-pots this year. I want to have a good number of different ones, reds, yellows, oranges, bubblegums, and a few others as well. Keep your vents closed until the majority of your seeds have started. What you can do is you can take a shot glass to put over the cells that haven't come up yet, and that creates a little mini humidity dome. But that's not for now. This is perfect. We just keep it closed. Once the majority of these have come up, I will then open these vents and we'll let some air through. I might even take the lid off as well. We'll see what the temperatures are doing. So same story here. There's actually nothing going on here because these are one of the more recent seed trays that I've planted. But we'll pull that out anyway. So yeah, I don't expect to see anything in here. Seed tray T11 and T8, those are some more Capsicum Chinense varieties. And I expect those to start coming up maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have a good number in there. That's seed tray 1, seed tray 2. Such an exciting time at this time of year. Every time I come in here, there's a little bit of action, a little bit of movement, things happening. Something else I wanted to point out, if you do have a propagator like this one, the temperature sensor is one that I would recommend you put into the soil. Don't just let it hang out. If you look in the corner there, that's what comes through the hole, which is nice and handy. But people sometimes just leave it hanging there so they just see what the temperature is inside here. That's not a good indication. You want the soil to be at the right temperature, which at this point is 28 degrees Celsius, at least for these. You can get away with lower temperatures with other species than Capsicum Chinense, but as a rule of thumb, 28 degrees, you're doing well. You can see there, it's down to 26.8. It was 28 degrees when we came in here. But as soon as we leave, we'll get the heating back on in here and get the temperatures up. We're going to be starting some new seeds today, and we have a couple trays ready. Let's actually take a quick look at them. I need to plant these seeds out. These are going to be Capsicum Bactum and Capsicum Pubescens for the most part. There'll be a few others in there as well. I still have a few more trays to get ready and get some seeds in. At least another 4 here, so that's 4 times 40. What is that? 160. And then we've got probably a few more that we're going to be doing a little bit later next month. Those are going to be seeds, well, some late seed arrivals that I'm getting. A few of you guys are sending me some seeds, so we might be starting a few of those. Some that I've ordered that I've been waiting a little while for. And also my hydroponics ones. I don't like starting them too soon just because I don't have a hydroponic system that's going to be able to keep up with that growth inside the germination shed. It'll just take up way too much space. And I find that with hydro, they tend to grow a lot quicker anyway. So we'll be starting that probably in mid-February. Wishing you all the luck with your germination, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, stay spicy.